China has uncovered what might be one of the largest gold deposits on Earth, valued at more than $83 billion. And this is just another find. It will rewrite the rules of gold making and power dynamics. So, what happened is that in the Hunan province, miners struck gold, literally, and they confirmed more than 330 tons. But people said that they could reach 1,000 tons hiding deep underground, nearly 10,000 feet. And I want you to put this into perspective because China is the largest producer of world with 10% of world production of gold. But it's what truly mind-blowing in my research is that the quality of this gold is off the charts. They said that its concentration reaching 138 grams of gold per metric ton of ore. That's one of the richest things they ever found. I'm Francisco, PhD researcher and MIT innovator, and I'm here to connect the dots between discoveries like this and their impact on global investments. So, why does this matter? Well, the discovery is already thinking about the prices. So we have reached $2,700 per ounce because gold isn't just a shiny object. It's a hedge against inflation and a key part of banks' reserve. And this could give China more leverage on global financial system because whoever manages this, they could turn the thing into their favor. Now, another 1,000 tons of gold is not gonna change the world, but it's gonna allow the gold prices to keep going higher. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about the impacts and how you can take full advantage of this opportunity. So Premier Xi Jinping is very happy. And in this video, let's go to all the elements and especially what is the future of gold as an investment. The key element is that China has just hit the jackpot. $83 billion. Imagine how crazy is that. I know, for the size of the economy, that's not a lot, but no, in the world of gold, that is a lot. And let's go and try to locate where is this new place. So when you go between Hunan, Shaanxi, Wuhan, and Hubei, everyone remember Wuhan? Yes. That's where they found it because they use new methods so they can go very, very deep. That's the interesting thing. And if you go a little bit further, you find the Shinutsai National Geological Park. And this is very interesting because some countries are not trying to go to geological parks while China is already doing this. So that gives them a big advantage. And that's the reason they found 1,000 tons. 1,000 tons. That's the possibility with today's prices. So when we're calculating the $83 billion is when today's prices, but what will happen when the price of gold keeps increasing and still they will not be able to just extract the 1,000 golds, very fast because that takes time. Now that they found it, that's when the process really begins. And we have to remember that normally countries around the world are scratching gold from everywhere. That's very important. And many businesses have been created. I remember a good friend of mine who told me, hey, Francisco, what about if we just create these machines that we can just deposit, like the smartphone or whatever electronic device you have? Then we take those devices and we extract the gold. Yes, that happens, but it's more expensive than extracting the gold from mines. So what is the key thing about this? It's like this is very deep, but it gives them the possibility of adding to the Chinese development. So when we see here, and I'm gonna compare you how much technology has allowed China to really find new gold deposits. So check this is what they call the ancient gold deposits. Of course, in the times of those emperors with dynasties, with dynasty Qin, Song, Qin, well, they found gold, in that time. But now, because of technology, they have found gold like almost everywhere in China, which is interesting because China is a country with a lot of minerals. They have weird minerals, special minerals, and they have a lot of gold. So this is very important. And this is a map like 10 years later. So that's the interesting thing. And for example, you can check the top side is what they call the Central Asian Orogenic Belt. What is this? Well, the countries that are nearby China, also they might find a lot of gold there. And that's the reason, like Chinese are trying to find the gold in any place they can do it. And I think that's very interesting. I think every country should do the same. They should follow that same path. So one important thing is China has been building their gold reserves as well. So they're the largest producer. They're buying gold. They're also importing gold because they're using a lot of gold as well. So part of what they're doing is like, okay, how they can accumulate and increase their gold reserves. This is very important because all major economies in the world are increasing the gold reserves. So let's go back a little bit about history. When you check 1820, very few gold, very few. Then you have the California rush in 1848. And remember that everyone went to literally to California to try to find gold. And if you can see the colors, you will see the countries where it has evolved. Like, as you can see, in the past only 200 years, we have found more than 86% of all the gold. That's very interesting. And that's why? Because of technology. So now, the new technology that was used by China to find that gold for the next 1,000 tons, 1,000 tons, that's crazy, is gonna change things. And you can see here's how South Africa was once the top player, but it's going down. You can see how Peru is increasing, how Russia has kept China, the US. Very interesting. Now let's go and see per country. You know, just check the global production last year. Well, China, 370 tons. Then you have Russia, 310 tons, and Australia, 310 tons. Okay? So it's very interesting because between China, Australia, and Russia, they produce more than the rest of the world. The US, 170 tons. Maybe they need to implement new type of technologies to find more gold. You know, that's part of the process. So check this, the production. Then you have Canada. That's the reason the largest mining companies in the West are in Australia and in Canada. And for example, when you see the stock exchange of Toronto, well, the Toronto Stock Exchange is focused in a lot of gold mining companies. It's the biggest. Like big mining companies from around the world, they go and list in Toronto. So if you're looking for stocks in Canada, those are one of the few ones, even though the companies that go to other countries. And you have to remember that gold is used in many things, but 48% of gold is used in jewelry. And jewelry not only because people have it, but because they kept it. That's the good thing about gold. You always keep it. You see, 20% is used for investment. So when you buy specific bars or coins, 8% is for technology. We're going to talk a little bit later. 15% are central banks. It's like central banks have always thought in the past 100 years the importance of gold. And now investment, another 10%, because new ETFs and new instruments are being created for gold. So this is very important because these are the tip usage of gold. And one of the main ones is in electronics, like your device that you're watching this video. And remember, subscribe to this channel so we can create more content. That's it. And leave any comment of any video that you just want. It uses gold. So now let's go to the gold prices, how they have evolved through time. As you may see, from 1960 to the end of 1980, it grew a lot. Then it went down almost from a 900 per ounce to less than 400 in the year 2000. And then you have another surge from gold prices from 2000 to 2012. then go almost 1500 per ounce, then go down to 1100, and then go up. You have the COVID pandemic, and then it surpasses the 2000. So really, gold has proved from 1960 that is really a good reserve. And in 2024, you see how it went from under 2,100 to almost 2,700 in one point. So now the key question that you're asking is what will happen to the price of gold in the next 10 years to 20 years? Well, there is this goal that says that gold might reach $5,000. When? We don't know. We will have ups and downs? Yes. But that's the good thing about gold because it has more usage and needs. And I will recommend you to have in your portfolio gold. If you don't know where to buy it, I just put you a link in this video. This is one of the places that I like to buy my gold. So I either buy by bullion or I buy it online, so they can have the gold, and the companies that I'm putting you here, they even have and hold your gold like in bolts in Switzerland or whatever you want it. That's the cool thing. And part of the evolution are new technologies such as IPMB, which I also put you the link, which are tokenizing gold. So they are really working to have that gold, so you can only transact digital, completely digital, and that's part of the future. So the future of gold is the tokenization of gold. So gold should be part of everyone investment portfolio. This is not investment advice. Thank you very much for following.